known as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuli.
And my son, chairman and CEO of eZWay Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuli. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our eZWay family. You know who you are, and you're all over the world. It's amazing how that works. And to our superstar guest of the show, Eric Zuli, otherwise a long time ago known as EZ. Eric, I'll tell you what, times are changing, and I've always brought this up, but now they're changing so rapidly.
Did you just call me a guest?
Host.
Okay, you need to reverse your intro. No, I'm just kidding. You go ahead and take it and tell everybody what's going on, and I'm in the back.
You know, like I'm just so amazed by the way you keep up with this stuff, because I watch some of it. It'll be 2 a.m. and I'll see some of this new tech stuff that's coming up. And here I've talked to you, and you already have it. I don't know how you keep up with all this, but times are changing rapidly. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Gok 4, whatever. It's a new type of AI. And I believe they thought it would be coming out in like 2030 or something, 2035. And I think Elon made a statement that it'll be here by December. It's supposed to be an advanced form of AI. And now I see why some people in the entertainment industry have concerns about some of this and not closing the door when they had the strike on the AI portion of it, because talking about duplicating a person, you can't even tell the difference anymore. And they had that a couple of years ago. They had a commercial where they ran a couple of insurance people, I think it was, and people were saying, wow, they're so real. Now I see some of the assistants people have, you would think they're a real person. I mean, you can't tell. So that, along with I'm trying to look at this as a positive way, because it's going to help a lot of businesses as far as saving time. You know, you have all kinds of programs that can help do a lot of the work. And they're saying that it can actually put a movie together, including actors, you know. So we have, you see behind me, right there, Radio Boomers Live, and hosted by BBC, Better Vision for Children, bbccharity.org. It's thanks to Eric bringing a lot of awareness to vision sight. It used to be, oh, look at 4 eyes, you know, make fun. No longer. Now it's that person that wears the glasses is on top of things, because there is, you know, the yin and the yang formula, where if any certain entity starts becoming dominant, like, for instance, what we see, I mean, everything we do, it's either on a cell phone, a computer, a laptop, an iPad, going to the movies. That creates a lot on what? On the eyes. So what's going on with the eyes? Well, it's eye strain. And for us, it's having the children tested, but across the board, you have to keep up. I would recommend having the eyes checked, even as adults. But with BBC, we're reaching out. I upgraded our cameras. So now we have the latest technology and testing the children. We tested about 5,400 kids in the Hawthorne School District, grade schools. And it was coming up 25% had vision concerns that the camera would say refer. So whatever the scenario, amblyopia, myopia, whatever it was, we would make sure they get tested. We did the testing, but they would get tested by a ophthalmologist, optometrist.
Hey guys,
whatever that is.
Hi everybody watching Radio Boomers Live. Sorry to interrupt you, Dad, but we have to kind of stay to time. We have an amazing guest coming up on the show. And if you guys are new to Radio Boomers Live, please make sure
you're a little echoey there, Eric. A little echoey.
I don't think I'm echoey. You know, maybe that might be on your side.
Yeah, it sounds like.
It seems like we lost connection. So my dad was having a little bit bad connection. He'll be back. So guys, if you're watching Radio Boomers Live, you can subscribe to Radio Boomers Live by going to www.rbllive.com and follow the show. Follow along with the show. We do this every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And today's show is going to feature a superstar in money on money and finance and insurance and just all around 7 to 8 figure earner. And then we're going to get into a special tribute to Carmelita Pittman, who was an eZWay family member for many, many, many years. We miss her, we love her, and we want to respect her on the show today. Radio Boomers Live. So we're going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial break, and please press the share button, like, and comment on the show if you're enjoying the show, if you want to help us get out to more people. And you can also download our app, eZWay Interactive, which is complimentary, and it's kind of like a Facebook, kind of like a LinkedIn. So if you like anybody that you watch on the show, you'll see a live broadcast window right on the app when you first go to it. And you'll learn a lot. You learn from a lot of amazing people, and then you become friends with the people in the eZWay family. It's a lot of fun. And as always, we are broadcasted on eZWaynews.com. Over 12 million viewers and counting. Our articles are growing. The viewership's growing. The subscriber base is growing. So make sure you subscribe to eZWaynews.com, and you'll know everything going on with eZWay. We just recently launched a little eZWay news for you. We just recently launched Bill Duke TV. So Bill Duke TV is now on eZWayTV. We're working behind the scenes, behind the curtain now. You'll see BVC TV pretty soon. BVC television, which is Better Vision for Children. We're building a TV channel for kids, by kids, for teens, tweens, and the parents all together. We're looking for content for this channel. So we're building BVC TV. So that'll be coming out real soon. And then you can create your account on the network and follow us at eZWay Family, Better Vision for Children, and eZWayTV. You can follow us at eZWay Family on Instagram and our group on eZWay Interactive. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Use the hashtag eZWay Family. And you're watching Radio Boomers Live. I'm your host, Eric Zuley, Dr. Eric Zuley, Ambassador Dr. Eric Zuley. We'll be right back.
eZWay Interactive. Start connecting the eZWay. Are you ready to connect like never before? Introducing the eZWay Interactive app, your ultimate social solutions network. Whether you're looking to network, collaborate, or simply share ideas, eZWay makes it easy to engage with like-minded individuals and organizations. Discover innovative solutions, join exciting discussions, and expand your horizon, all in one powerful platform. Don't miss out on the future of social networking. Download eZWay Interactive now and unlock endless possibilities. Better Vision for Children, or BVC, is on a mission to protect what matters most: the gift of sight. Every year, thousands of children and teens go undiagnosed with vision problems that can lead to struggles in school, low self-esteem, or even permanent loss of eyesight. But with early eye screenings, we can change their future. Imagine a child who can't see the board in class, or a teen who feels left behind, when all it would take is a simple screening to put them on a path to clarity, confidence, and opportunity. Tonight, your support means more than just a donation. It means a child gets to read their first book clearly, play without barriers, and see the world with hope. Together, we can prevent vision loss before it's too late. Let's give these children the brighter future they deserve.
All right, we're back. BVC Better Vision for Children is our sponsor, our beneficiary. You can donate to bvccharity.org. And if you guys do donate, we interview you. Over 12 million viewers and counting on eZWay News. And so we're looking to feature our donors on eZWaynews.com as well as BVC's website. And now the new BVC TV channel. coming real soon. So keep following eZWay Family and Better Vision for Children on Instagram to learn more. But Dad, we have to get into the hot. Do you have anything for hot topics, or do we get right into our guests? Are you not hearing me?
I didn't put together all the hot topics, so let's go right to our guests because we're running behind, Eric.
So no guests. Okay.
Oh wait, okay, we don't have the guests.
No, we have the guests. I was just saying no. I'm sorry, no hot topics. I should have said no.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of news that I could take a half hour talking about that we're not going to have much time for our guests though.
Well, I'm going to his eZWay profile to try to get a bio on him, and he doesn't have any of his stuff filled out. So we're gonna have to put him on blast here and scold him on the show for not having his eZWay profile filled out, so we can talk about who he is. Shame on you, Joseph, for not having your eZWay profile filled out.
Yeah, you got an interesting bio.
My bad.
Busy man.
So why don't we just start off by letting Joseph introduce yourself for a minute or so. People know, really what your expertise is and what you have the validation to talk about today.
Yeah, so I'm the owner founder, Ironhawk Financial. Been in business for 22 years, won 30 international or business awards. I've been featured in International Business Times, Business Insider, Market Insider, The Daily Caller. They put me on like magazines like the top 40 under 40 in the country. They put me like on, the Who's Who in Building Construction. I have my own radio show, Money Talk with Ironhawk. Published author. I have 3 books published on Amazon. Working on my 4th right now. Got about 3,000 clients, handle about $3 billion worth of protection and rollovers in my career. And I specialize in IRS code section 7702. Which allows clients to build a legal, tax-free, sue-proof, divorce-proof in most states type of account that gives them a financial foundation that's averaging about 14% tax-free returns over the last 20 years, while also rolling over hundreds of millions of dollars in fixed index annuities annually. And I'm in all 50 states. I have agents in almost all 50 states. So just growing the business, growing the brand, and glad to be here with you, gentlemen.
I love it. Sounds like you kind of do what eZWay does in the promotions and marketing space, but you do it in the money and finance space. It's super important. By the way, guys, those of you that are tuning in for Carmelita Pittman, we're going to be doing that a little bit after this segment, so don't go anywhere. Press the share button, like, and comment. So Dad, if you don't mind, I'm going to take the first question to Joseph. This question is to the entrepreneurs that are trying to get somewhere. What's your advice when you're first starting to get somewhere? It doesn't have to be in any category. Just when you're first starting, what's your advice to how to start properly?
Well, you have to have a niche. You have to have a target market. I started off in this industry chasing trucks on I-95. I used to drive like 120 miles an hour, and as soon as I saw, a truck on the highway, 123 Electric, ABC Plumbing, I'd fly behind them. There'd be a cell phone number on the back. I'd call them up. Hey, my father was JV Lombardi Builders. He fell 3 stories off a ladder, lost a $27 million construction company. Can I buy you a cup of coffee at the next, Dunkin' Donuts off the exit and show you how I could save your family millions in taxes and protect you in case you get disabled? And that worked very well. And then, my 4th book is called 7 + 7 = 20. So it's about partnering with people. Partnering with people that can bring value to you, but more importantly, you can bring value to them. And when you're a 7 and they're a 7, and there's 3 things that you need help on, there's 3 things that the person you're working with needs help on. If you come together, that person makes you a 10, you make that person a 10, and therefore a 7 + a 7 = 20. That would be my biggest advice, is just trying to find people that can bring value to your goals, and you can bring value to theirs.
That's great advice. Yeah, good answer. And we just want to shout out to Victoria and Mark Balin and Wendy Weber and Ebony and everybody that's tuned in. We appreciate you guys. So, Dad, I got my question in. What about you?
So, Mark, you've been doing this for a while, and congratulations. And I would ask you, what was it that made you start driving down the freeway and thinking that way? Were your parents involved in this kind of situation, or what gave you the mindset instead of going off and being an accountant or a baseball player, whatever, what brought you down this path?
So I watched my dad fall 3 stories off a ladder, lose his construction company. I watched my mother die at 52 years old. She lost the liver from alcoholism and no life insurance. I watched my grandmother have a stroke after she lost her husband and her son in the same year, my uncle, and she lost $4.2 million to a nursing home. So I lived it when my family were very hard workers. My grandfather owned Lombardi masonry, worked in mason his whole life. My dad worked with his father until he started his own construction company. These were just blue collar, salt of the earth grinders, and they had no direction. Nobody reached out to them to, set up a plan, set up a legacy plan, college planning for me and my siblings. And he was a multimillionaire. And he lost everything. And I realized how many other people out there, entrepreneurs, that have no financial foundation. They have no disability. They have no long-term care. They have no permanent life insurance. All their money's taxable if they're investing in an IRA or a 401k, their business equity. So people aren't diversifying their market exposure. They're not diversifying their taxation, which to me is slavery. So I free people and I teach people what the ultra wealthy do. And using IRS codes is so violently important to make sure that you are leveraging every code that's available for you. So more of your money that you earn goes in your pocket and less money that you, don't earn or get stolen from you, is minimized. It's so vitally important if you're not going to take care of your future self, who is. So it's putting these plans in place.
Joe, the thing is, people just don't think of the future a lot of times as far as these kind of situations. They're just not prepared. All of us, and I'm guilty of it, are too busy taking care of today, but tomorrow comes really fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about tomorrow meaning like 20, 30 years down the road. Poof, there you are. And like I was talking to somebody who, I won't mention the names, but they own a big, it's a mortuary, and the father passed away who started it years ago. And can you believe nothing was prepared for him? And he was the founder. So it goes to show you people just aren't ready for this. And like you can have all this work and everything they've done, and it could just fall to the wayside when they're not prepared, like the nursing care homes eat it up, or this person or that, they just gobble it all up, and then it's gone, what they worked for all those years. So it's thinking ahead, isn't it? You really got to think ahead.
Well, it's like if you fail to plan, your plans to fail. And we have a past self, we have a present self, we have a future self. They call our present self the present because it's a gift from God. And when you understand that, and you understand that if you live in the future, you're living in anxiety. If you live in the past, you're living in depression. But you still have to plan to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. You're building strategies for your children. If you have any, I have 3 of them. So it's very important to make sure that when you are building something, whether it's a business, whether it's a family, whether it's a legacy for a charity like BVC, you have to make sure that you set up the right strategies with the right codes, with the right products to achieve the goals you're trying to accomplish.
And the thing is, Joe, what if you start early, how much more beneficial is it than, believe me, folks, when you put something in at 20, 30 years old, even 40, you could put in a little and get a lot by the time you're 70. But if you start when you're 65 or 70, you have to put in just so much that it's almost just like saving equal, right?
Yeah, it's the 7th wonder of the world, compounding interest. $1 you put away now is going to be worth, $100 in 40 years. So it's so vitally important to have that financial foundation, build up, a college plan for your children, or make sure you have an emergency fund, make sure you have a budget. Get out of debt. That's voluntary slavery. We already have mandatory slavery called federal, state, FICA, Medicare, unemployment, Social Security, taxes. You don't want to be in voluntary slavery with interest rates. So you really want to grow and tell your dollars what to do. And when you can do that, you can start building a 7, 8, even 9-figure net worth, which is, my goal is to build a 9 or 10-figure net worth in my life and build Ironhawk to a household name.
I like that. Tell your dollars what to do. What should we tell our audience what to do with their dollars?
Well, you have to be I mean, you have to spread out, right, Joe? I mean, it's good to spread things out instead of all the eggs in one basket. Because I put a lot of eggs in one basket, and I bought like 10 homes in the Gulf Coast.
Okay, so while my dad's being muted there, see, that's God making you want to answer my question.
Yeah.
Rudely interrupted. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So you said tell your dollars what to do. I love that. So what should we tell our audience what to do with their dollars? In your opinion, where's the best place to invest? Where's the best place to, put their money?
There's 4 things that are guaranteed to happen to you. One of them is you have 99% probability. One is you're going to live long and die, right? That's the one we all want, especially if you're healthy. The other one is you're going to die early. Another one is you're going to get disabled. And the last one is you're going to need care at the end of your life. So making sure you have a strategy for that. So my strategy, thousands of clients, billions of dollars of protection rollover in this strategy, doing it for over 2 decades with a A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau with 0 complaints, is just very simple. You make sure if you live long, you have a tax-free pension, meaning you have money coming in on top of Social Security, on top of any other income assets you have, whether they're annuities, whether they're real estate, whether it's a pension to your job, but you build a tax-free pension. And then if you die early, you have to make sure you have enough tax-free dollars to bury you and live on the goals you were going to do if you were still here for your spouse and for your children. And then if you get disabled, you have to, make sure, like my strategy will give you up to 1.5 million in cash while you're still alive. If you need long-term, if you need disability, to make sure you maintain your quality of life for yourself and the people you love, or people entrusted you, if you're the breadwinner, to provide that for the family or the business. And then the last thing you have to worry about is, well, what if I can't take care of myself when I'm older? I can't drive, I can't cook, I can't bathe, I can't, cognitively, I don't know what's going on. You have to make sure you have a money set aside so you're not selling illiquid, high-taxed, high-feed assets like real estate, IRAs, brokerage accounts. These are all things. You're going to have capital gains. You're going to have realtor costs. You're going to have ordinary income taxes, federal taxes. So you have to build a pool of money so that long-term care for one healthy spouse and one unhealthy spouse, the healthy spouse, you don't want to leave them broke. So my strategy gives you up to $30,000 a month tax-free dollars that you can utilize, keep the other assets, stay home, celebrate Christmas, Thanksgivings, birthdays, 4th of July, Easter with the people you love, not be thrown in a 10-by-10 jail cell known as a nursing home with a stranger, with strangers taking care of you that don't love you like your family does. And you don't have the right to hire and fire them. So if they're having a bad day, you're having a bad day, and you don't want to be in that position when you're old and helpless.
I saw Sharon being versatile. I had invested in about 10 or 12 homes in the Gulf, Florida, and Katrina came along and knocked out 80% of them. And then the 2008 recession, it was hard to rent in Florida. So, the real estate is good, but you have to diversify. So other than real estate, you probably have recommendations as far as stocks, bonds, and so on and so forth. What would you say? You have to develop at least a 5-point portfolio, so you have 5 different areas to invest in, or what would you say?
Yeah, so number one is have a solid financial foundation, right? That's your life, disability, long-term care, tax-free account. That's your liquidity. Then from there, you're going to want to have some business equity if you own a business. If you don't own a business, you want to invest in one, something that is producing income for you when you don't want to work or cannot work in the later stages of your life. Then from there, you're going to want to have some real estate, whether it's real estate that your children own, whether it's a rental property, whether it's a second home, so you can enjoy, your time without having such a huge expense when you're in your 70s and 80s. If you want to go on vacation, just go to your home. You own it already, right? So you have your foundation, you have your business equity, you have your real estate, then you have risk. Right? You're going to want to have some money in crypto, some money in gold and silver, some money in the stock market in a brokerage account like Robinhood or TD Ameritrade. So then you have that foundation. And the last one is luxury, right? You're going to want a nice safe vehicle, maybe a nice boat, maybe a nice jet ski, something that you enjoy, whether it's golf clubs. I know a client that has $30,000 golf clubs. That's his thing. He loves playing golf. I have clients that have $4 million in watches. They like their shiny diamond watches. Like, have your luxury, right? But what people do is they skip the foundation. And then when something happens out of their control, the financial house they built crumbles to the ground and they lose everything.
Yeah.
So it's so important to have that diversification. But more importantly, when you're building a nice home, financial home, you want to make sure the foundation doesn't have cracks, doesn't have holes, isn't filled with water. You want to make sure it's clean, it's tight, it's sealed, and it'll give you that ability to grow a nice house.
So what would you say? Of course, 20, 30, 40 would be nice. But what about the people that are over 55 or 65? Rainy Boomer's live show, we got people over 60. What would be the best strategy? Because investing in some of these is very expensive at that age, right? Which direction do you think they should go? Maybe real estate or the bonds?
No, the index annuities right now are insane. They're giving my clients 14% on their money, day one, free money. So if you rolled over, let's say $1 million, the company puts in 140,000 day one. Like, now you have 1.14. Then you invest that. That's a company called Allianz Life. I give them a lot of money every year. And then from there, you invest in Morgan Stanley option contracts. So not owning the risk. When you're older, you don't have the risk tolerance of a 22-year-old when you're 62. So
Absolutely.
you want to make sure that you have a downside protection set up. So the best way to go about that currently that I can find is utilizing fixed index annuities that have premium bonuses that give you the ability to invest in longs and calls, which goes over most people had, you've seen the movie The Big Short, where the guy bet against, the mortgage industry and made $1 billion. That's an option contract. It's betting for or on anything. And then, so what you do is you have the insurance company hold the other side of the bet. So if you win, you're going to get way more than if you just held the risk. So you have more upside. But if you lose, the insurance company in writing is going to say, hey, we're going to give you the cost of that option contract back in your account, and we're going to make you whole. So it's very important to say, hey, if you're going to give me the ability to go to the casino, and if I hit a jackpot, you're going to pay me double. So if I won 10 grand, you're going to pay me 20. But on the flip side, if I lost $10,000 at the casino, you're going to give me all my money back. Like, that is the best strategy that I've seen where clients are doing very, very well. And then if you do it inside of the IUL, the Index Universal Life, now you can do that tax-free. So now what you're doing is you're leveraging money tax-free with 14% tax-free returns that my clients are getting is like 27% in an IRA or a 401k, because half of that growth is not yours. It belongs to the federal government, state government, Medicare, unemployment, Social Security tax. And on the flip side, you don't want to be in IRAs or 401ks. Hence, I wrote a book, There's a Better Way Than a 401k, where while you're accumulating your 401k, you have Wall Street, which, yes, I've worked there in Manhattan and in New York City. You have Wall Street that's taking half of your money between 12B1 fees, Class A share fund fee, money management fee, annual account fee, mutual expense fee, or AUM fee. So you want to get Wall Street out of your left pocket while you're accumulating, and you're going to want to get the federal and state governments out of your right pocket while you're taking distributions.
I think people, they're feeling like, well, I have this retirement, I have these programs, but they don't look into it enough to realize how much is coming out and what's actually left in the long run.
I had a client come to my office with $1,000, $1 million portfolio. He's like, I'm worth $1 million. I say, cash it out. You're worth 600. You're holding $400,000 in your account. That's not yours.
Exactly. Like, the home equity. Oh, I'm going to take some. You're not getting any money. You're borrowing. That's all it is. And all right. So what would you say is kind of a safe number? I guess it depends on the level of the person, their lifestyle, but for liquidity, something you can grab when you need it. What would you say for the average person? Well, it's hard to say that because
it's 3 to 6 months. So
3 to 6 months.
If your budget is, let's say, $10,000 a month, you should have anywhere between 30 and 60 fully liquid. Now, whether that's in a safe in your house, if you're a gun-toting American like I am, or it's at a Bank of America or Citi or Wells Fargo, you always want to have 3 to 6 months of your monthly lifestyle liquid at all times. That's if God forbid I get hurt. That's God forbid I get sick. That's God forbid I lose my job and I'm in the process of finding another one. You don't want to have to sell everything. And what if the market's down, right? What if it's '08, as you were alluding to before, and then, oh my God, I have to sell this house and I don't know what my next strategy is. Having a piece of liquidity is so vitally important to make sure that if something comes up in your financial life, whether, like I said, it's a sickness, injury, illness, loss of job, you have to make sure that you have those dollars so you can maintain your quality of life while you're either healing or you are going to the next level of your career due to a layoff, due to a fight with your boss, due to quitting the job, due to a downturn in the economy. You don't want to go back down to level 0 when you built yourself up to level 4.
My strategy for basic, it's kind of like a basic investment that has no return, has no interest, but I think it's smart mentally. And that's invest in the basics. If something happens, like you said, and the people are really stuck, they paycheck to paycheck, what are the basics? The water bill, you don't have to order the gas, the phone, the cell, whatever. So I have a program where, and it's not hard. I mean, we go out and we stop at restaurants, or we spend money we don't have to spend. Take a little bit of that every month and throw it towards, like what I do, I throw it towards my gas bill. My gas bill is paid 2.5 years in advance. How would you like to wake up in the morning saying, hey, all my bills, maybe not the mortgage, the mortgage is a little different, but you wake up going, I don't have to pay my gas bill for 3 years. My electric bill is paid 3 years in advance, my water bill. Oh, that sounds, no, that's easy to do. You take your water bill that's maybe 50 to 100 a month, 100, I don't know if you have sprinklers going all the time, whatever, but you take 20 or 30 bucks and I go by the same amount. If the gas bill is 50 bucks, I double it every month. But I don't know if I have to do it anymore, but you don't have to even do that. If the electric bill say 100, just for easy math, put in an extra 50, or if you can, 100. And before you know it, you're easily a year ahead. But then go 3 and then sit back. Well, then just pay the bill. You don't have to keep going, but just pay the water bill, the electric bill. But if anything happens, those simple bills, and it doesn't take that much. It's just a little bit once in a while. You wake up in the morning, all your bills are paid 3 years in advance. That's
well said, Dad. And Joseph, we have 1 more minute left of the segment. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to get across to our audience before we let you go?
Yeah, if anybody's interested in getting my 3 books I've written, There's a Better Way Than a 401k, Being Your Own Bank, or Long-Term Care Without Long-Term Pain. You want a link to my radio shows, you want my YouTube videos, you want my website, just send an email to info@ironhawk.
Joseph, we actually have your eZWay profile on the screen. And so all of your information,
reach out to the eZWay profile and say you want some information. I mean, I have the email set up through Microsoft Outlook, so I don't have to go in individually because I do podcasts and shows every day. So it's just, come this way. And then if you want it automatically sent to you, it's you can send it, either through here, or maybe I'll put on my eZWay profile, which I do have to complete. I'll put the email address there, info@ironhawkfinancial.com.
Yeah, we're trying to make it as easy as possible on our audience. When we do articles, when we do blog posts, when we promote the eZWay profiles, everything that you have should be on that profile. So then they can just look for whatever they want. And so, guys, you'll see @Joseph_Lombardi is his eZWay profile. So when you look for him, his profile will come up and all his information will be on there. Thank you so much for coming on, Joseph. Great information as usual. We got to get you coming back like every week and just do like a hot Joseph tip or a hot Lombardi tips or something,
Yeah, it's tough. I'm in New York this week, then I'm in Europe the following week for my daughter's dance competition. She's on the USA tap team, so I have to be in Prague. But it's definitely fun, and I appreciate you allowing me to utilize this great system you built with eZWay. It has great members in it. Every time I've been here, I felt welcomed. I felt cared for. I felt like people actually cared about me. They wanted to say, how can we help you? what you're creating here is going to be amazing, short term, but most importantly, long term, with the relationships you build. And I appreciate you allowing me, me being the non-doctor on this show, but I appreciate you, Dr. James. I appreciate you, Dr. Eric, for allowing me to use what you've created.
We might have to fix that. We might have to get you that doctor title. Thanks so much for joining us, brother. Great advice, and thank you for the kind words, and thank you for recognizing that. And believe me, it's going to get better. We got a lot of new surprises coming up.
Thank you so much.
Guys, Joseph Lombardi, look for Joseph_Lombardi on the eZWay profile, and we're going to go to commercial break, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Carmelita. Carmelita Pittman was our platinum. A member she's been with us for over 15 years. She's been one of the biggest
500 shows, Eric.
A recent recipient of the Dr. Dante Sears Golden Heart Award at the Golden Gala, the eZWay Awards Golden Gala, and just we met her originally at the Rose Breast Cancer Society, which she was the founder of, going into the Multicultural Motion Picture Association. That was the beneficiary for that event. And she was one of the bigger honorees with the Lady in Red, which was close to 15 years ago. And so we wanted to honor her memory. And so any of you guys that are watching right now, please look on the bottom of the comments below, or wherever you are, or post a comment below. Say, I want to come on the show. I want to talk about Carmelita, because the rest of the show, we're going to just let everybody come on and talk about Carmelita Pittman, and say a few words, tell your story, tell us how you knew her. And we just want to honor Carmelita, because if you guys are unaware of what I'm talking about, Carmelita Pittman recently passed a couple days ago, and we just honor and appreciate her fans, her friends, and her family, and our condolences goes out to her. She was very, very close member of ours, and we want to start honoring the memories and continuing the legacies of our eZWay family members. So we'll be right back, guys. You're watching Radio Boomers Live, and click the share button, hashtag eZWay, and like the comments. Tell all your friends. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Share. Let's go.
Are you ready to scale your business and grow your income? Life is a journey. You've got to discover your true path and target your results. Don't just dream about it. You've got to do it. At WealthXO, we're here to help you create your dream life. Turn your dreams into a reality. It all starts with a great plan and a great coach. I'm Dr. Dante Sears, and I'm here to help you turn your dreams into reality. Are you ready? Let's go. WealthXO.
eZWayTV is more than just a streaming platform. It's an interactive media experience built for entrepreneurs, influencers, and entertainment lovers worldwide. Broadcasting exclusive shows, movies, interviews, events, and entrepreneur. eZWayTV brings visibility and opportunity together in one powerful network. What makes us different is our interactivity. You don't just watch. You can connect with the people on screen through our app and community. Through collaborations with over 10 major OTT and streaming networks, including Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, iTube 247, Faith Channel, Country Box, On the Mark TV, Fan TV Global, Laugh Out Loud TV, iVod the eZWay, Bill Duke TV, Nonprofit TV, EKTV, Expansion TV, The Women's Channel, Trailblazers TV, and the new eZWay Family TV channel. Finally, eZWay Network members can enjoy their own collective community TV channel that showcases eZWay family content submissions, events, interviews, and so much more. eZWayTV content now reaches over 400 million homes and mobile devices. From red carpets to reality series, business shows to lifestyle programming, eZWayTV is the home for content that inspires, entertains, and builds influence. eZWay Network also gives back to better vision for children. Want to be on eZWayTV? Download the eZWayTV app and call 1-877-739-92929.
Welcome to eZWay Podcast. Do you have a podcast? Maybe you want to create one. Let eZWayPodcast.com make it a little easier on you and your guests. For only $99 a month, you can super boost your podcast, get more subscribers, advertisers, and manage everything all in one place with eZWay Network.
Get seen and heard the easy way, get a larger reach, meet quality potential guests. You could be on Roku, Apple, Amazon, all mobile devices and smart TVs streaming on eZWayTV. Our network helps you get advertisers and people wanting to pay you for an interview, as well as brand credibility and more social media followers. Try it free. Register to eZWayPodcast.com.
In the digital space where dreams ignite,
are you a member of our eZWay networking community? Get interviewed so our members can get to know you. Welcome to Meet Our Members Interviews. This interview platform ensures you to get spotlighted to thousands of our members. It will raise awareness for your business and your clients, to entrepreneurs, influencers, coaches, and more. If you want to be interviewed on our Meet Our Members podcast, subscribe to meetourEZWayMembers.com. Network with our 3,000 members and growing.
eZWay shows you how.
And
So
we
cool,
are
Eric.
back.
Those are some cool commercials you put together. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, not me. I'm not going to take any credit. We have an amazing, wonderful production company. eZWay Productions has a great team of amazing people that are very skilled at AI and production and websites and CRMs and automation. I mean, all the tools that you need for your business.
Boy,
But we're
that's
going to get
amazing.
into Carmelita's corner appreciation, Carmelita's corner highlights. You know, Carmelita Pittman highlights and
And
is
you know,
with
Eric, I was thinking we've done over 500 shows with Carmelita.
We've done a lot, Dad. We really have. And guys, you can download the eZWay Interactive app because we're going to be posting periodically about Carmelita, everything that you're watching on the show. Bringing in Dr. Dante Sears to join us as well on audio. I think she's on a plane right now, but she wanted to definitely be a part of this. And if you want to be a part of the movement that you watch on the show today, or what you're watching, eZWay Family on Instagram, and she loved the eZWay Family. Carmelita really loved the eZWay family, like not just me, not just you, Dad, not
Absolutely.
but she really loved the eZWay family. Like she always wanted to come to the events, and she always wanted to perform in front of the eZWay family, get on stage, and she was always at everywhere she could be, and even canceling things if she needed to.
And you know, I remember, Eric, one time we went to a show with, I think it was a Wendy, the one show that we did in LA, faith-based channel, and Carmelita came, and boy, she just couldn't just show up. She had to bring drinks and sweet rolls and everything for everybody. It was really something.
Well, I took the liberty of actually putting all of Carmelita's Getty photos, all of Carmelita Pittman's Getty coverage.
Wow.
So we can kind of explore and go through all the different events and things that Carmelita started out with. I mean, starting out with this event here, the pre-Oscar scholarship luncheon with her friends and for student filmmakers. And she always said she coined the term edutainment.
Edutainment, yeah.
You know,
she definitely did say that.
Yeah,
there she is. Hi, baby.
Hey, guys.
So, Radio Boomers Live Show, we're talking about Carmelita and all our experiences, and so many, you know, Dante, how many carpets and events have we been to with Carmelita, right? I mean, I can't even name them all. There's so many.
You know, it was really interesting. I was just telling Eric that I knew Carmelita before I knew Eric, so she knew us both independently. And I kept thinking, like, this lady is so impressive. You know, she's always dressed up. In fact, before I would be complaining, I don't want to wear heels and stuff. And I think, well, Carmelita does it. You know, so she was my inspiration for years. She still is.
Everybody knew her, and she was so connected and so helpful. I mean, she was just, no matter what happens, how can I help you? You know, what's going on? And I was thinking back, like even at the Queen Mary the events we did there.
Let me just
And,
really quick, Dad, not to interrupt you, but I think that because I'm trying to show specific images, so there's
oh
visuals.
yeah.
I think this was at your Kiss and Tell studio, baby, because it says at the top Kiss and Tell with Dr. Nutty's Tears.
That's right. Carmelita was a guest on the show, and she had some really great input too.
Was that on Hollywood and Vine?
It was, yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, let's see if we can find it, because that when I say reminiscing, we want to find. Let's do the intro. Okay, commercial. Do you have
She
the
was in episode, I think it was episode 2, but I'm not sure.
And then we had Grauman's Chinese Theater, the newer theater that was next door. I believe she was there with Jerry. Oh yeah, we had oh boy, Catherine Copen-Pacino and Racer.
That's another one we want to recognize her memory, Catherine. We loved her. Another amazing eZWay family member and family. Just another
Family member,
supporter. Too many. We're losing too many. But and Catherine and Carmelita were good friends.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
these ladies were the spirit around this. I mean, Catherine and Carmelita, both of them, they literally showed us as young ladies someone to look up to. They shattered the paradigm of what we thought was possible in our older ages. Catherine was starting a business over in her 70s. You know,
Yeah.
Carmelita was going to events and performing on stage in her 80s.
Yeah.
And they always looked great. They always looked fabulous. They stayed in shape. And so they really redefined what aging was and what we were told it was when we were younger. When it's like, oh, you get old and you sit around and
Oh,
you
forget it.
gain weight and you can't do
No,
anything. And these were the can-do women.
I say active at 80. I'm just getting started at 75. Like, you know,
One of the reasons
Exactly.
we're doing this Radio Boomers live show. We want to inspire and tell let everybody know that you're only as young or old as you feel or your mind
What do you
thinks.
think you are?
well,
Yes.
there's research that shows that even above diet and exercise for longevity, it's having purpose. They say when you wake up in the
Mm.
morning, even if your diet might be off or you're not sleeping, what a very
Aretha Gray
important
is
thing,
another
of
one.
course. But the
Oh,
purpose,
Aretha, another one. Hmm.
yeah, Aretha,
Catherine
yeah,
Copen-Pacino, Carmelita. I mean, we got true eZWay angels looking over us now.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And all of these women redefine aging, redefine beauty, redefine life for so many young women out here in the industry. I know that were witnessing just how amazing they were, and just completely amazed when we found out what age they were, and they were
Every
still doing all these amazing things, achieving things.
every time I talked to Carmelita, she was planning on going to some event.
Yeah, exactly. She showed no signs of slowing down.
No, and I was always honored to get. I don't know. Were you at the house, Dante, when we went down to her house? I don't know if you were there.
Absolutely. We had dinner with her.
Oh,
She
that's right.
prepared
Yeah,
dinner for us. It was so sweet. We got to see all of her artwork and
yeah.
got to see Jerry. You know, a lot of people don't get to see Jerry these days, and they're just such a beautiful couple.
I'm going to be looking Jerry up, and I was on him to get that railing on their front porch a lot. I remember that. But yeah, she had a lot of interesting paraphernalia around her house with the different different things she did, or awards and everything. A lot of awards.
Oh, she had this gorgeous photo of Jasmine Guy, the actress from A Different World, which was like the Cosby Show spinoff. And she told the story of how she was supposed to give this painting to Jasmine Guy. I would love so much if we actually could get it to her. She was like supposed to get it, and something happened, and so Carmelita ended up with the picture, and it's gorgeous. I would, if I was Jasmine Guy, I'd want to have this
Yeah,
the painting.
but I remember the shows we did with her roast breast cancer, and one of them I believe was at the Queen Mary, and there are several, but boy, they would be coming up to her. She just knew everybody, and
Oh, there's Carmelita and Jerry at a Better Vision for Children event. Oh, the Golden Gala. That's right.
yeah, and
The
I was glad I asked her to dance. That was probably her last dance. I was glad I got that in, and
I'm so glad I got her to bring Jerry to our Golden
Yeah.
Gala. It was so nice to
Let-
see them
let-
together for once out.
let's take some time to get some words from some of our other audience that's watching right now. We got Denise Estelle that just joined us. Welcome to
Oh,
Denise
good.
Estelle.
Denise, well, how did I
Welcome,
father?
Denise.
Victoria L. Sanchez is saying, thank you for introducing me to Carmelita. I appreciate the day we went to her house for lunch with Johnny Vinokur.
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Johnny Spears, James Zilli, and
Mhm.
Eric Zilli. She was amazing. I loved her energy. I'm blessed to have eaten a wonderful meal she prepared for us. And the stories she shared, she also got to meet Cody, and she held his urn. They
Oh,
are now flying together, Rip Carmelita and Rip Cody. Thank you so much for that share. Um,
That's right. Victoria was there, and Carmelita even made us vegan meals for those of us that are vegan. It was really nice.
is Denise
But
on with
actually,
us
she made
now?
a
well,
vegan meal for everybody.
Yeah.
Denise needs to turn her mic on. Her
Denise,
mic is muted,
turn the
but
mic on.
Hi, Denise.
Push the mute on the mic. On mute.
yeah, it's the mic's on, but I don't know if her sound's working because she's on, but we're not hearing her. Denise, we can't
Oh,
hear you, but maybe try to go out and come back in because we're having some technical difficulties and we're not
okay.
hearing your volume for some reason.
Eric,
I
we
just
have
saw
an
an email that
archive.
Denise sent out. I mean, that Carmelita sent out about Denise, talking about how amazing she is. So it's
Yeah.
great that she came to the show.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Denise is the founder of the Honor Thy Father Awards and give my dad a really spectacular award that is a legacy award. It's actually setting the bar for a lot of the other parents.
Do you have that picture, Eric? Well, Dante and you and myself and Carmelita and everybody.
I showed it earlier.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I showed it earlier, and I will go ahead and go back to it again.
With Kate Linder and that was at Denise's Honor Thy Father event.
Oh, yes. That was a great event, too.
Yeah,
Carmelita
they're
had
there.
that green eyeliner on, or blue.
Yeah.
It was really pretty.
Great memory to share with Carmelita. Victoria, who you just saw, was on the comment screen there. Dr. Olympia Gelini, with the founder of the Family Film Awards and CBS. Retha Gray. Great memories. All our eZWay family's memories and legacy always lives on within the eZWay network. Kate Linder and my dad. That's the award. Everybody's pointing to his special award. Dr. Dante Sears and Johnny Vinokur.
Johnny
Memories
V.
that live on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We've got do we have, Dante, do we have a lot of pictures over the years of Carmelita and all the events we did, or what, right?
A lot of pictures, a lot of great stories, and a lot of great memories. I saw a message on Facebook and someone said she wasn't doing well. And I had just spoken to her maybe like a week or two before. And so I told Eric, I kept saying, hey, can you call Carmelita? I can't reach her. So Eric called Carmelita and we
That
got to
was
speak
good.
to her just
Yeah.
few days before. And she didn't sound too great, but we said, we love you so much. And she said, I love you more than you ever know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's I mean, when a loved one passes and leaves the earthly plane and joins the angels in heaven, you feel you feel fulfilled in a sense when you get a chance to talk to him one last time. And
Yeah.
when she answered the phone, it almost seemed like she didn't know who we were, but she did, and she was very weak. It seemed like she was out of it, and I really feel like she wasn't picking up the phone for too many people. But when she saw it was me and Dr. Dante Sears, she picked up the phone, and that was like her last goodbye. I mean, I think she knew that she was on her way out, and she wanted to say goodbye, and we're so happy that we were able to say goodbye to her.
And Eric, you had a call from the Multicultural Motion Picture Award gentleman prior to him passing, didn't you? A few days.
Yeah, Jarvie Hutchison with the Multicultural Motion Picture Association, American Society of Young Musicians. Again, if you guys didn't know, and I believe she's gone now, so I can talk about the diagnosis.
No, you cannot.
I cannot.
No.
But she's gone now.
No,
Why
no, you cannot. There's HIPAA laws. You cannot. No.
Okay. Well, same scenario from Jarvie Hutchison. So if you guys do your research, there's a lot of different situations that God has plans for certain people, and we had no idea. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody tells you what's going on, and and they're just sitting there living with this because they just want to keep everybody happy, and they want to, I think it was because Carmelita really wanted to think positively, the glass is half full. You know, you don't need to hear any of the doomsday or the bad energy or the bad messaging, you know. But yeah, I was able to talk to Jarvie Hutcherson literally the day before he left us, and left us with an amazing legacy. We're glad that we're able to help live that legacy on with Jarvie Hutcherson, Sheldon Reynolds, Bernie Dorman,
Frank Shankwitz,
Catherine Coven Pacino, Carmelita Pittman, Retha Gray. I mean, there's been so many that have left us. I'm sure there's been a lot more too, and I apologize if I didn't mention any of them, but all of our
Pamela Hasselhoff.
Pamela Hasselhoff's another one. Yeah, they're still with us in spirit. They're still with us. They're with us right now on the show.
Peter Fonda.
Well, Peter Fonda was an eZWay family, you know, but we met him once. We met him at that event. He was very kind, very nice.
We met him once, but we got a good relationship going. He was a nice guy. I thought we'd have a chance to go and riding someday, but that didn't work out. But you know, the years go by so fast, and you just never know. But these are people who have been with us for years, some of them, and it's the years go fast. That's what everybody has to realize is 10, 15, 20 years goes fast. It's like, how did I get to be 75? Where'd that come from?
I was just looking at there's a lady, Eric, that's passed away in a car accident not too long ago, one of your friends. And I was going through Facebook and I was going to invite her. Megan, I was going to invite her, and I was like, oh yeah, Megan. And I was like, she's not here. It's just like, it seems to be an acceleration of this, but more than anything, we want to make sure that we let everybody know how much we love and appreciate them, and that we take the time now to say and do what we want to do with people while they're here, so that we have no regrets. Because
and
that's
I'll tell
really
you,
what it's all about.
Talking about regrets, if you have a situation where, you know, somebody may be older and you wanted to touch base with them and you put it off, don't put it off, because I've got 3 in a row that I'm so sorry that I put it off. And one was
Tom Cataldo, Rosie Greer, and Peter Fonda, right, Dan?
No, yeah, well, miss all those people, but Father John Moffat, he was the priest I had for 50 years, and he was in his 90s. I'm thinking, I have to get a hold of him. And then there was an article that John Moffat had passed away. I'm thinking, see, I waited too long, and now it's too late.
Yeah, no, the moral of the story is don't wait. The moral
of the story is, Eric,
don't wait.
It was a different John Moffat. I had a second chance. It was a
different
John
Moffat. We have to end the show. It's 12 o'clock now, but I want to end the show with I'm very appreciative that we were able to officially honor and announce the legacy of Carmelita Pittman, and every year moving forward, the eZWay Awards Golden Gala is going to be giving out the Dr. Dante Sears Heart of Gold Award, and Carmelita is one of those legends, one of those recipients of that award. And so we were able to honor her memory, and we're going to be doing a memorial. We're going to be doing a video. We'll be putting out something very special on eZWay News. So we love you, Carmelita. We love you, Jerry. I
want to say to Eric, though, too, is that it's kind of ironic, the fact that we were going to give the Heart of Gold Award to a certain celebrity, and something told me we should give it to Carmelita this year. And I went to Eric and I said, I really want to give it to XYZ, amazing celebrity person who deserves it. But I also feel Carmelita deserves it, and I think we need to give it to her now. And I'm so glad we made that decision together, because now today, it's like, whew, you know, thank God she got to have that amazing moment on stage. She gave the best speech I've ever heard her give. I mean, it was just like her moment. And I'm so glad that she got to have it with all of her eZWay family.
Yep.
And Matt was able to, Matt, we're closing out the show, but let's go ahead and hear your words on Carmelita. I know you were close with her, and you did, I think, one of the last interviews with her. Matt J. Doyle, you there with us? Can you hear us? Okay, we're having some technical difficulties.
I'm smiling.
Oh, there we go. You there? Can you hear us?
Smiling, Matt J. Doyle.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. Matt, go ahead and say a few words.
Just
about
let me take it
I
off
think you got
Bluetooth.
the last interview with her. Matt J.
Can
Doyle,
you hear me okay?
Yes, we got it. You got to announce him properly. We've got the amazing, outstanding, fantastic
Matt J.
host,
Doyle,
Matt J. Doyle.
tap interviews. And he's known Carmelita, right, Matt, for a long time.
I don't think he can hear
I
us.
don't
I
think
think
he can hear us.
difficult.
Matt, send us some sign language.
Yeah, Matt, when you get your technical deal, go on and post a comment. Let us know that you're back. But thank you so much for coming in and guys, well, this is a family. I hope you guys can see on the broadcast, see what we're doing, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing eZWay News article, a very, very, very special eZWay News article with Matt. Are you back? Can you hear us? Do we hear the connection? Nope, still checking on that. So eZWaynews.com. Make sure you subscribe to eZWaynews.com. We're going to be putting a very special article, and all of you guys that knew Carmelita, if you want to contribute to the article, email us at eZWayPromotions@gmail.com, letter E, letter Z, eZWayPromotions@gmail.com. Post a comment below on the show, just like Victoria is doing. Thank you, eZWay Network, Dr. Tony Sears, and for all the blessings and connections and unity. You're welcome, Victoria. So if you guys want to be a part of this, we want everybody in the eZWay family. I mean, a lot of people knew Carmelita. She would send an email blast and thousands of views would happen. Like, she was very, very influential. And a lot of people didn't know this, but her and Jerry started out with a limo company and they drove everybody around, you know, a lot of celebrities, a lot of high profile people. And all Carmelita did was for everybody else. She never really focused. She's like my dad. Never really focused on herself. She's like Dr. Dante Sears. Never really focused on herself. She's always about everybody else. And now we need to all collectively unite together as an eZWay family and preserve and continue her legacy and never let it go, because we love you so much, Carmelita. Last final words, Dante, Dad, we got to finish up.
Go ahead, Dante.
Just saying, we love you, Carmelita. You made such an indelible impression on us all, and we're so thankful for you. And all of us young gals will carry the torch. And I say young, meaning all us gals will carry the torch for you and the amazing legacy that you left behind. Hey, Matt.
Is your stuff working now?
Hey.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you
hey,
now.
Eric.
Hey, Matt, how you doing? Go ahead and
hey, Eric.
Your final words of Carmelita. What do you want to say about Carmelita, Matt?
Oh, my God. I mean, I had the privilege of interviewing her several times on the red and the gold carpet. I went to her house on many occasions and helped her with learning how to use the eZWay platform and how to use her computer better. I met Jerry as well. It was just, I built a good friendship with her, and I really, really, really feel for this loss. But I know, through my faith that she's in a better place, and she's going to bless all of us and help us go on and achieve our goals and dreams. And we will let everybody know how important she was, how much of a star she was, and how much of a legacy she left. But just an amazing person, beautiful. And, I just hope that she blesses all of us in the eZWay family.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, she's our angel now.
Every time you would do an interview with her. And so I want to encourage everybody to look at the eZWay News article that we put out. It's going to have all of Matt's interviews, and any of you guys that have any content with Carmelita, make sure you email us at eZWayPromotions@gmail.com, because we're going to include all of your content in that article. So we have one special article that lives on forever on Google, preserving Carmelita Pittman's memory. Not to mention,
and this is amazing. It's amazing. My microphone wasn't working, and I just prayed to Carmelita, and then it started working.
Oh, she made it work.
She's already saying Carmelita. I love it. There's a restaurants that we keep seeing all around town now called Carmelitas, and I kept saying, Carmelita, I have to take you to Carmelitas. There's one down the street here. There's one by our old house. I just keep seeing it. So there's a reason for everything.
She was good. She was amazing.
It says a lot for someone when you walk in a room and you feel comfortable with them. And Matt, when Carmelita got on the court, wasn't there that relaxation, that peace that came with her,
Oh, yes.
Exactly. That's how she was. She made me feel relaxed and peaceful. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And she's
the sound of her voice.
Carmelita's passion was to perform. She loved performing, and she had this really special performance that she did, which was a song about roses for
Yeah.
the Rose Breast Cancer Society, and she would sing and she would go along and she'd pass out roses to all the women that were sitting down eating dinner, and she got famous for that. A lot of people wanted her to do that particular song, that particular performance. But stay tuned, guys, because next week we're going to talk about Carmelita some more. We're going to go in. We're going to bring all of you guys on. We want to get as many Carmelita stories as possible. We're going to have another special segment. Thank you so much, Dr. Dante Sears, Dad, Matt, for joining us. Last final goodbyes, last final hellos, last final handles, or anything that you guys want to say, or do we just
Carmelita, we love you, and you are definitely a heartfelt person in the inner sanctum of the eZWay family. We're going to miss you, but you're not gone. She's not gone. Her spirit is here, and her legacy will go on forever.
All right, guys, keep
And
doing the eZWay.
may she have fun. May she have fun with God and all the people in heaven.
Yep, she had a song called Me Amo Carmelita. Now we say Te Amo Carmelita. We love you. And that was a great song, right? Me Amo Carmelita.
May she spread her angel wings far and wide across all of her friends and family and fans forever. We love you, Carmelita. Keep doing the eZWay, guys, and subscribe to RBO Live and eZWaynews.com. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Better Vision for Children, or BVC, is on a mission to protect what matters most: the gift of sight. Every year, thousands of children and teens go undiagnosed with vision problems that can lead to struggles in school, low self-esteem, or even permanent loss of eyesight. But with early eye screenings, we can change their future. Imagine a child who can't see the board in class, or a teen who feels left behind, when all it would take is a simple screening to put them on a path to clarity, confidence, and opportunity. Tonight, your support means more than just a donation. It means a child gets to read their first book clearly, play without barriers, and see the world with hope. Together,
got a spark with an eZWay family, making our mark with connections and trust. Up on this tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the eZWay first ride in our hands, building dreams together like no other brands. We're interactive, living on the edge. Download the app and take the